Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are watching this out there on the World Wide Web. This is Jeremy Geelan for SYS-CON TV. We're here at 10th Cloud Expo. Cloud Expo New York. I have with me Marvin Wheeler, chairman no less of the ODCA, the Open Data Center Alliance. Welcome, Marvin.
Well, thank you for having me here. This has been great.
I've intercepted him because he's doing a keynote for us here and he's running about with his own conference, all sorts of things going on. Where shall we start, Mum? Shouldn't we place ODCA, when it started, what it's trying to achieve, all that good stuff?
Sure. So the Open Data Center Alliance, ODCA, we started this about 18 months ago in the fall, and it was it's one of the first user-driven organizations. So this was a group of CIOs coming together to collaboratively decide this is what we want the cloud to be, versus the paradigm that we all live in, which is the OEM community saying this is what the cloud is. So we said, no, this is what we want it to be. So we started out in the, again, in fall of 2010, and in about 18 months, the organization has grown to over 400 members. These are all top-end companies, Fortune 2000 type companies and up, and collectively there's over $100 billion a year of IT buying power within the organization. We've formed into working teams, picked certain topics: security, transparency, automation. They've put out working documents that people can use that set the tone for, for these different areas. And most recently, on our website, we posted tools that companies can go in and extract information and text to put right straight into their RFPs to say this is when they're going out to make purchasing and procurement decisions. So today we had a one-day event here in partnership with Cloud Expo where the members all got together, the 300 members, and started talking about the output, what's working, what's not, and it was just, it was a fantastic event. And then it made possible by partnering with Cloud Expo because everybody wanted to come here anyway for this.
Yeah, well, we like to think we helped make it easy, but like you say, not audited, but looking at who were members of ODCA, it's a mouth-watering exercise. It's everyone.
Yes. So the board itself, just the board members, it's BMW, Capgemini, Shell,
Lockheed
Martin, it goes on, and Disney, and Terramark, and UBS, and Deutsche Bank, and National Australia Bank, Deutsche Telekom, NTT. It's a who's who in the industry. So, yeah.
So now, as chairman, Marvin, so how do you guide that? Because obviously it's all disparate. Everybody's in their respective companies. Is there any problem with agendas? Or I love your idea of where we should be. Maybe that's the organizing principle. So we're all standing together, looking forward.
Yeah. Believe me, this has been, I would almost say, the most unbelievably rewarding part of all this is that, for instance, there can be a working team that has in it 4 of the most major banks in the world, their chief architects and their chief engineers, and when they're in there working on issues that they would like to publish, recommendations to, you would never know that these people are actually competitive in the outside world. It's been unbelievable. That is probably, if you just said, what's the one thing that surprised the most, is there has been no agendas like that at all.
Now, what do you think that's a function of? Something to do with the times? Something to do with the economy? Or just people realize that what could be better than we collaborate?
I think the latter. I think that the timing is right, and I think the reason that the whole organization came together is that I think that, people, they go talk at the bar and they meet each other here and there and they find out, I know that's a competitive company, but guess what? When I talk to them, they're having the same issues we are. So I think that the collaboration, everybody recognizes that the collaboration is good, and I think that the idea is that the tide rises and all the boats in the harbor rise with it, and so I think that that's the way everybody's approached this.
Well, I'm hoping when you give your keynote on Thursday, you'll maybe get some more members. I'm sure people are following it and thinking, wow, we knew we had to be a member, now we really know we've got to be a member. Do you think that will happen?
Yes, I do, and we've already, even just from the one day here, there's been probably as many as 100 different companies sign up to want to follow up with membership. How many of them do or don't, we'll see. But about that many signed up as walk-ups that wanted to come and participate. So that's all good. The other thing too that's been kind of fascinating through this all, in the very beginning, a lot of the interviews we did with media and such, they would say, well, do you really think that the OEM community is going to cooperate with this idea of very federatable, non-silo kind of recommendations? And I can tell you that it's been overwhelming watching that as well. Companies that maybe had a reputation of being kind of not real open and all have come into, and I believe a lot of it has to do with two things. One, there is a certain a buying power, like of the team. There's so many. But the other is that I don't know that I think those companies do genuinely want to hit the market. They want to hit what the market wants, and I think they actually are embracing the fact that we're bringing them a collective voice. So I think they like the idea of being able to say, whoa, if you're going to define all that noise out there about what everybody wants into some very concise documents, it makes it easy for us to go and have our product roadmaps adjusted to that versus 300 companies all asking us a little different variation of the same thing.
Oh, that's very heartening to hear. It's a real success story. Somebody's seeing this video, they've Googled it, they've come to you, they know about ODCA, they go to ODCA.com or ODCA.org or both?
It's OpenDataCenterAlliance.org. Spelled out, one long word, OpenDataCenterAlliance.org. And actually, the website's very well done. It's very easy to kind of pick through and decide what you want. You can look at membership, you can look at the data output, you can look at the different events and things. So it's a well done website.
Not bad. You see, an invitation to go there from the chairman of the ODCA himself. I'm going to go and try it myself. Thanks so much, Marvin Wheeler, for talking with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.
You're more than welcome, sir, and thank you. We hope the collaboration will go on year on year on year. Thank you so much also for joining us out there on the World Wide Web.